If you want to get better at backgammon, one of the best ways to do it is by practicing against a software such as Extreme Gammon or XG. There are many useful tools and features that will help you learn and improve, and that's exactly what I do as I play a 5-point practice match against XG in this video. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on it. If you love backgammon, you can become a member of this channel, giving you exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon and Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. Again, in this video, I'm playing a 5-point match against XG on a beautiful Hector Sachs board. The XG board is made by Rain. He makes beautiful XG boards. There's a link in the description where you can get it. I'm playing the yellow checkers at the bottom, XG the red checkers at the top. 5-point match, bearing off on the right, and here we go. 3-1, best opening roll, make the 5-point. 4-1, we'll come down and split. 5-4, okay, run out. I could also play the 5 down and split here. That puts a spare there, and it splits here while I have a stronger board. I think that one's better. 5-2 will make the 4-point behind. Now 6-2, great roll, makes the advanced anchor, reduces the blocking value of these points, of course. 3-1 makes the rack. Now the 5-4, so I can go there now. That leaves the 11 numbers. I could also do this. That leaves fewer than 11 numbers, right? So all the 7s, but the 4-3 doesn't work, and the 8s, the double 4 and double 2 don't work. So that's 4 less, it's seven numbers that hit. But I am up in the race. I think I'll still have plenty of time to bring these home. I can make points here. I can abandon the midpoint. 6-2 is a hitting number, and I'm glad I have that anchor now. 2-1. Okay, so I don't want to come in on the 23, but then I don't have a good 2 if I come in on the 24. So I'll come in there and I'll play this here. Double 4, okay. Play safe there. 4-3, okay, so I can bring 2 down, leaves blots. I could also do this. Doesn't leave the blots, does leave an awkward structure, but a 3-point board. This one of these spares should ideally be here, but now at least I have a shot at the other one. What was this one? Here, this gains more in the race, but it's only a 2-point board, so I can be hit with 6-3, 6-4, 5-4, and the 2s that don't come in here, how do they play? So if I play this, now rolls like 6-2 and 5-2 are bad, as well as 2-1, 3-2, 4-2. So how do the 2s play over here? Not bad, like the 4-2 is not bad. 3-2 will come in. I think I do this one. Just look at the swing roll. 6-3 will anchor. 5-1 come out for mobility, even though I'm behind in the race. 3-2, just going to bring this spare checker around. Michi calls these islands when you have these stripped points here. 5-1 does not hit. Should I go like that or just make the prime? 3-2 will safety. Okay, 6-1. 6 I think is there, and the 1 maybe there. So both of these are covering. 1, 4-3 will come in perfectly. 5-3, so slot and cover. 6-1 leaves a shot. So now 1. No. 6-3. So I could do something like this, keep the 5-point board. Then I leave a bad 6-1 next. And he has this mobility with this checker here. 6-2. So 6-2. Okay. Double 6 is 4. So next one who blinks. Double 2 is a great roll. Now I'm going to need something huge to stay in this game. Well, I guess there are those 2 blots here. but I don't think I can take anyway. Too big a deficit in the race. Okay, down 5 away, 4 away, 6-2 standard split. 6-4 hits over here. Don't automatically hit there with a 6. 6-2 from the bar comes in and covers the 18.43, makes that double one. I can make that little prime. 6-4 points on head. 5-2. I can't come in with the 2, so I come in with the 5. And I guess I'll play here so I'm not attacked. 4-2, little awkward. 6-3. So do I just play safe or do I attack? Attack a single checker. I don't want to give him the full roll. 6-4 is in and out. Double 5. Okay, so now the race is even. So I can afford to do something like this. If I stay, I'm going to leave a lot of contact. Does the contact favor me? I guess in even race, I'm behind, so maybe I'll just stay back. Okay, double 6. Plays there. 4-1 slot and bring one in. 3-1 will, okay. That would have covered the 3 slot of the ace, but that's fine. Double 5 is a market loser. This doesn't matter. Have to pass this. Okay, so now 2-1, 4-3. So this is where you come 2 up as opposed to bringing this down because he has good 6s from the bar. So you'll have a chance to hit back or make an anchor if you're hit like that. There we go, 4, but I'm going to have to hit with the 1, double 3. Now 5 away, 3 away. You have some powerful doubles. So I can come in here and then come down, but I think I just do this. It does leave all these shots, but I have this anchor. I think that's better. 4-2 makes the 20-point, golden point. All right. 6-1 hits and continues. 4-3. Just keep doing that. We'll make the anchor. No. 6-4. Okay. I think I'll just point on head. I could also come here, but I think this is better. 6-4 comes out. Okay. So I have the 6-1 now. Guess I'll just go here. What's plan B? Double 6. Good roll. Hits and covers. Double 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 6-4. So 4. Here are the 5s. There, that leaves 4s and 3s. I can come out here. I am behind in the race, so it's not the end of the world if I'm hit. Really don't like this play. I think I just bring this down. If I'm missed, I have builders like that. Double 3. Okay, so if I do like this, then I have to do that. I could also make this point, but then what? I could do this. I think this is where you have to shift and then bring one down. That'll block the 6-1, but this will bring extra checker into the zone, which may be better here. So that leaves 6-1, 6-2, and 5-2. Whereas this only leaves 6-2 and 5-3. I think there was also a 5-3 there. 6-1, 6-2, 5-2, 5-3, 8 numbers. 6-2, 5-3, only 4 numbers. Okay. Getting hit is not good. 4-3, I can't afford to double yet. Okay, double 3 again. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3. Got to give those extra numbers. 6-3, not a hitter. 5-3, so I can make this, I can do that. Don't know how important that's gonna be, so I just make that point, another inner board point. Okay, 6, 5 will come around this way. Double 4. Clear some. Okay, so didn't leave that one being blocked by sixes. Interesting technique. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm up by 5. So if I can get some big rolls, I may be able to double here. 6, 5. I'll just break the contact. Now I'm up by 3. Need some more. So I'm going to make the point. Only a 6-pip lead. Now 3-pip deficit. 4, 1. Keep the checkers on higher points. 3 and 1. If you have a decent position at 3 away, 5 away, you could double. Here, down by 5 pips, down 2 checkers. I still think I have a take here. Although I don't want to take and let him go to the Crawford game. I think it's still close enough that I can take. Okay, so double 6 was not good. Of course, I'm going to make my double 5 play a little better by doing that. 6, 5. Another double 6. Okay, so now everything is too little, too late. On to the Crawford game. So I'm odd away. So gammon wins are not valuable. With the 6-4, you play like that against the 3-1, 2-1. So here and step up. 6-4 hits loose. 2-6. I think I'll have to bring here. 6-2 will hit and cover. Double 5 can't come in. 6-3. Okay, now 5-1 come in there. 5-2 hits. Okay. 4-2 hits back. The 2-1 I could do that. I could also do this. Leaves 3s here. Does it duplicate any 3s? Not really. So I guess I just do that. 4-2. Okay, double 5. So I think I want to come out here and make this point. 2-1. Now I'm going to slot the 5 point. Okay, so here's the 1 and the 3 here. So I have builders for the bar point. Like that. Okay. Maintain maximum contact. 5-1's a good roll. Makes the 2 point. 4-1. All right, now I have a double shot. 5-2 doesn't hit. Okay. So that looks like it. Now I'll analyze it. This is where the learning begins. It's really important to analyze all of your matches to identify your errors and learn from that, and also think about the ones you did get right, but still we're not sure of. Now, before I do that, a brief overview of XG. So you can change the layout. So here I have the analysis panel on the left and the board on the right, but you can change that by going to layout panel, changing it to the right, or layout panel, and changing it to the left. You can also change the size, make it small, or you can make it large. Okay, and then you can also change it so it's board only, Control Alt F like this, and then you can go to the default layout, Control Alt N. Okay, you could also change the orientation of the board to bear off on the left with Control Left or Control Right. I think you could also do that by doing options, board orientation, and bear off on the right or bear off on the left. Okay, so the analysis section will be on the left. At the top, you can select the game, go to any game you like. We'll start with game 1, and then it has all of the rolls and moves, and you can scroll down here. At the lower left, the bottom half of this panel shows the summary and the moves. So the summary will show your errors, blunders, doubles, takes, total equity, PR. You can change this from game to match by just clicking on this, okay? And then you can go to move. So this tab will show you a lot of information. Here it'll show you the top move. So here for the 3-5, it was 8-5, 6-5. So that's the move. Second best play would have been 24, 23, 13, 10. So it lists all of those. And the equity is here is plus 0.235. Okay, the next one, the equity is minus 0.006. The difference there is minus 0.241. So that's what that second number means. There are 6 numbers here. The first 3 have the letter P for player. The second 3, O for opponent. So these are the players' wins, gammon wins, and backgammon wins. And these are the same numbers for the opponents. The opponents wins, gammon wins, and backgammon wins. So your losses, gammon losses and backgammon losses. Now you see here, if I unclick this one, the top play is in black. If it's an error of more than 80 millipoints, it's a blunder, so that will be in red. If there were one that were between 20 and 80, it would be green for an error. At the bottom part, it has the different levels of analysis, 2-ply, 3-ply, and so forth. That means it's looking forward 2 rolls, 3 rolls, and so forth. The highest level is a full rollout, which it plays out against itself many times, and it'll give you the analysis. That takes longer. Of course, there's the truncated rollout XG roller plus plus, which rolls it out a few moves, and that's reasonably fast. So that's the highest level I usually use. And then there are 3 radio buttons here: initial, arrow, and final. When you click on the initial button, it'll show you the initial position before any checkers have been moved. And then if you have one selected and you click on arrow, it will show you an arrow as to where the checkers should be moved. And then if you click on final, it will show you the final position after the play has been made for that selected play, and the dice become lighter. If you select a different play, it'll be different. Now, if you have it on arrow and now you select one that's a red blunder, the arrow will become red. You can change these settings by going to options, settings. You will see this pop-up window under main settings. You can change the threshold for error and blunder. So the default is 0.02 for an error, 20 millipoints, and 0.08 or 80 millipoints for a blunder. For beginners, I'd recommend 0.05 and maybe 0.1. And then you hit apply and it'll do it. I just use the default. You can also change the color by clicking on this. You'll see this pop up and you can change it to any color you want. Okay, so let's go through the moves. The 3-1 was straightforward, then the 5-4. I was thinking of running all the way, but here again, for the reasons I described, I have a stronger board. I could split there. 6-2 was a good roll. I'm able to make that 18 point, the opponent's bar point. And then the 5-4 here, I was considering this, but it was too early. This stronger board, you have to be careful. One of the things I do is I copy it and paste it onto another board. So you hit Control-Shift-C for copy. And then I have another one opened. So I have 2 windows or 2 instances of XG. I just open the other one and hit Control-V for paste. It'll say the current game is not saved. You want to save it? No. Okay, so now let's change it. Like, what if the opponent's board were weaker like this? Okay, same pip count. I may not be ahead enough to be able to do that. Well, now, yeah, same. What if I had the prime here? So you can modify the position. It's still not right. What if I'm up further in the race? So now I can do that. It's because of the race. What if the race were a little bit closer? So now they're pretty close too. So that's a great exercise called position modification. You modify it to see what are the effects that would change the correct play. And now the 2-1. Look, this was it's really ugly to be on the 23 point. It was so ugly that it actually slightly preferred this play, which results in this position and an awkward stack of 5 checkers on the 6 point, so that you can stay back and exit with 6s, and you're not going to be attacked with rolls like 6-4. You can't play behind. When you start, you have 5 checkers on the 6 point. You really want to unstack it. And when you already have the 5 point made, there are fewer points for these checkers to go to. So it becomes increasingly urgent to unstack. Nevertheless, because it's so bad to be on the 23 point, it prefers that stacking play just slightly. Okay, then the 4-3. So I discussed this. It looks like it was close. This one was close, and it slightly preferred this one. but all the plays were close. I don't make a big deal of it if it's around 10 millipoints or less. 5-1 was straightforward, and the 3-2 slightly preferred building the board and keeping that back. No big deal. 5-1, come down. And then the 6-1, all these plays were close. The 3-1 is there. 5-3 was straightforward, and I had to bring 2 down there. And the 6-2, I just made the point. 3-1. And then after this double 2, there was nothing I could do. So this was a pass. So I'm down by 25 pips in the race. So let's copy this and paste it onto another board, and let's change the race. Let's see what this does. Now I'm down 13 pips. There we go. Now I'm down 5 pips. So now it's a take. Okay, so it's the race that was big. What if I'm down 9 pips? Now it's getting close. 10 pips, now it becomes a pass. So if the race were closer, I would be able to take. This is a really good exercise to do. There are not a lot of gammons, so let's go back and see this. So this would probably be stronger for money. Let's see, this is worth 934 at 508, 508, and it's a pass for money. Okay, if you change the score, so if it's 4-way, 5-way, now it's a big pass. Okay, but if you're leading 4-way, 5-way, it becomes much closer. It's a much more comfortable take. Okay, so you really need to do that exercise. When you do the position modification, you can do the score modification too. That'll teach you a lot about cube strategy and match play, and that's really important because that's a difficult thing to learn. Okay, 6-2 is the standard split, and the 6-2 again come in and anchor. The double 1, that one was straightforward, make both points, and the 5-2 come in and go on to the anchor. And the 6-3, I was looking at this, you had to hit here. This play was just too passive, gives the opponent the full roll. Okay, and you could see some things like if you highlight these two, right click and go to dice distribution, you get these 2 pop-up windows. The first thing I do is click the icon with the most red bars. That'll give you the highest level of analysis. And then there are 4 tabs that you can look through. The first one is the detailed, and then under it there are 4 radio buttons. Flat, first roll, second roll, expanded. If you click on first roll, it'll show you how all the rolls are played. You can also go to graph, and it'll show you these 2. I double click here, double click here. There are more good rolls for you for the opponent next here. So these are all the opponent's next rolls. Many more of them are good for you after this one than after this one. Especially you look at like double 5, 6-5, and double 6 that dance are really good here. But if you don't hit, then they come out good. Good for the opponent, bad for you. You can also look at how your second rolls play by clicking on this, and you can go to dice map and it'll show you all of them, not on the same scale, but you can see these are big swings here. Bright green here and dark red here. Green is good, red is bad. Okay, so that's a great way to analyze it. It's a great tool on XG. Okay, then the double 5, I had to stay back. And then the 4-1, go to arrow here, was straightforward, and the 5-3 was there. And then this double 5 was huge. And again, that was a huge pass. So let's see on the other board, like how close I would have to be. Now it's 16 pips, but I'm down 5-away, 4-away. That's the thing. If you look at it for money, it's going to be closer. So what if it were 5 pips? Now I could take this one, even at the score. I could take this. So let's see how far back I would have to be. So this gets to 829. And now down 14 pips. I think this is too much. So maybe somewhere in the middle. This is 11 pips. That's kind of the borderline. 10 pips makes it a take. So that's what you want to think about. These are the good exercises to do. And also because this board is awkward. Now all the sixes will have to bear in deep. Okay. Okay, on to the third game. So the 4-3 was close. Here, against the 2-1 and 4-1, you want to do that. So let's just go for like a money game. The 2-1, 4-1, the 4-3, you play 2 up. Now, if it were here, this is for money, also 2 up. Okay, you don't want to play down. Here at the score, it was different just because of the score. Okay. Then the 4-1 comes in and hits 4-1 here. So this is what I was talking about. This results in this position. Yeah, I leave a triple shot here, but I have this anchor. And if I come in with the 1, I have to play the 4 here. Now I can get hit loose here. You can have choices to make the anchor, and I won't have an anchor. So don't be afraid to unstack this early in the game. When you have a stack of 5 checkers on here, oftentimes it's right to unstack with an ace, despite the fact that you may leave multiple shots. Okay, so the 5-2, it's slightly preferred coming down, but not a big error. 4-3. Well, it's not showing the arrows. There we go. 6-4. It's slightly actually preferred this play, but this was okay. You can see this one wins more gammons, but the other one wins more games. 6-1. Okay, so here, this results in this position, and that leaves 6s and 1s to hit here and 2s and 3s to cover. But after this, it's 6s and 3s to hit and 2s and 3s to cover. So it gives one extra good number for this one. Then the double 2 had to do that. And the 6-4 was there. I couldn't do the other ones. Yeah, it was too dangerous. This one was interesting. So I realized that I had to shift, but it did prefer this one. This is the one it preferred, and that results in this position. The play I made results in this position. So here the differences are the 5-2 and the 6-1 play are good for me, bad for red. But here they hit. However, the other thing that I didn't think about is I did think about there was a 4th checker in the zone. However, these checkers are on 3 different points. When I make this play, they're only on 2 different points, so there are fewer options for follow-up. Here, there are 3 checkers. So now here, a combination of 1, 2, and 4 can make the 6 point, and 2, 3, and 5 makes the 5 point. And of course, the double 4s would have made the 5 point either way. But here, the double 5, the double 4 actually makes the 6 point. Here would make the 5 point and leave a blot. So again, this is the position after the resulting position after the top play with these checkers here. This is the resulting position after the selected play. This is a dice distribution diagram that I've created from the data in XG. The panel on the upper left shows my resulting equity after I make play A and after all the opponent's next rolls, double 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, and so forth, with an average column on the right. The panel on the upper right shows the exact same thing for the selected play. These two are on a color scale from blue to red. Blue is good, red is bad. The darker the blue, the better. The darker the red, the worse. So you can see there's a lot more dark blues. It's much better for me if the opponent dances here. Now the panel on the lower left shows the difference heat map. So it takes the equity in a given cell on the upper right and subtracts that from the equity in the corresponding cell on the upper left. So at the lower left, blue favors A, red favors B, and this is plotted on a vertical histogram on the lower right. Now you can see the 6-1 and 5-2 are big swings the other way, but all the other rules make up for it. And then this shows how everything is played. So you can see these the bar 18 with the 6-1 and 5-2 are bad swings, but everything else makes up for it. This is a second roll equity heat map. So here's how you analyze it. This is the exact same thing, but it looks at the second roll. So my next rolls. So we saw the fours, 4-1 and 4-2 are really good, and the double four is good. Okay, and you can see that here. There are the big swings on the 4-2, 4-1, 5-2, 2-1 double fours that make those points. So this is a good exercise because you have to think about both your next rolls and your opponent's next rolls. So the opponent's next rolls are really straightforward for the most part because that's what you think of, but you also want to think about your rolls. So look at the resulting distribution. Okay, so then there was the next double three, which I brought 3 out and 1 down, and the 5-3. I didn't want to bring 2 down here, and I didn't want to play 18-10. This was the right idea. And then the 6-5, and then there wasn't much I could do. The double 5, I came around here, and the 6-5, I broke contact, but still kept catching up in the race here. And here, yeah, this was a double, but still a take. So this is the exercise I do. First of all, change it to money and see what it is. It's about the same, 801 and 788, okay? The reason why it's stronger at this score is because I have more of a recube vig. So you can see the difference between the cubeless equity double and the cube full equity double. That's huge. That's like 400 over 300 millipoints there. Whereas for money, it's only 174. So let's go back and see what we would have to change to make it a pass. What if there's one more checker off and 2 extra pips? That makes it a pass. What if it's just 1 extra pip? That gets it closer. And what makes it a no double? So what if I have a checker off? Yeah, that's going to make it a no double. What if there's still there and the checker's off or even? So that's close. So that's the exercise I do. Now, let me go back to the original position and change it to 4-away, 5-away. Look at how strong that gets. There's a big difference between being 3-away, 5-away, and 4-away, 5-away. This is worth 900 million points. This is worth less than 800. Because that 2 points will get you to the valuable 2-way score. Okay, but there was nothing I could do here. Lost a single game, went to the Crawford game. Now the 4th and final game, the 6-4. This is where you run. You don't make the 2 point. Okay, then the 2-1 had to play safe. And 6-2, yeah, I didn't want to dump it deep. And then I had the 5-1 here where I had to play down. And this was good. I was able to hit. And here, so these top plays were close. And look at this. Again, the same idea here. This is not so bad. It's going to lose more gammons, but it doesn't matter because gammon losses don't matter at this score. The 4-2 was good. And the double 5, I came out and made that point. Then 2-1 was like that. And then 3-1 makes the point. 4-1 makes the bar point. 4-3 keeps the contact. 5-1 makes the 2 point. 4-1, I'm able to stay back. Couldn't hit here. 5-2 brought 2 down. And that was it. So that was a good match. Relatively straightforward for the most part, not too many difficult decisions, but that double 3 was one that I should have thought about a little bit more. But it's a good learning opportunity. You see how your next rolls play. So you can use the features on XG, like the dice distribution, to think about how your next rolls play. I also modify the position by pasting it onto a new board. And also you could change the score, especially in doubling decisions. That's huge. That helps you learn a lot in terms of match play with doubling decisions and so forth. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos, and I'll work on it. If you love Backgammon, you can become a member of this channel, giving you exclusive access to the most popular videos. Again, my book, Backgammon, Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, and until then, keep rolling your dice.